Alright. Hello, hello, hello. This is a situation. This is a bad situation. Okay. Which one was here? Here we go. Peak surge map. Thing you should really be looking at. 15 to 20 feet still. Lanfall. Less now, which is nice. 6 inches here, 4 inches. I don't know how I feel about that. Up in the Appalachians, gonna be a lot of rain. Mm, it's about to make landfall. Let's check windy. Well, this is not updated at all. Ooh, I think it did make. Oh no, nah. Might have a few minutes left. Anyway, paths. Hello, Banana VR. Here's the warning map, which is always very nice to look at. Hurricane warnings, but you saw that coming. Let's check the warning map on windy. Outdoor weather warnings. Not looking great. Tornado watches as well. This is something you have to worry about in Florida. Hurricanes bring Yo Man back, perhaps. Yeah, so tornado watch is probably in effect for most of these counties because these storms bring tornadoes in Florida. Hurricane warning, tornado watch, tropical cyclone. Let's pull up Florida power outage map. Come on. Alright. It's already getting bad. 10,000. Impressive for County Taylor. Only 191. But also it's kind of empty, so. Most seems to be this guy at 25,000. Oh wait, no, actually 4,000. 2,000. This is always a lot. Dang. 164K. Wow. 164,000 people out of power down in Pinellas County. Wow. Alright. It is a CAT4. Don't think it'll make a CAT5, but I said it would impact as a CAT4, and look who was right. We refresh here. It's edging Florida. Let's check winds in Pinellas County. Temperature, radar, wind. 56 miles an hour. That's like 10 miles over the peaks we got last time. I don't even want to look at the gusts. Who am I kidding? Yes, I do. Wind gusts. 88 miles an hour. That's no joke. 108 out here. Let's see who's getting the worst of it. Seems to still be Pinellas County. Clearwater area. Let's go to the Clearwater Beach live stream. Live cam. Here we go. That's the guy. Snapchat. Do you think I
I
care?
decided what we had for dinner last week, so why don't you guys decide?
Pizza! I just want french fries.
No, I can't even skip it.
The fantastic thing about Hand and Stone is there's such a variety of massages to
Dear
pick from.
Lord, I
My
don't
massage
care.
Shoot that address you had on
What do we got here? A lot of
and I
wind.
am driving, so I can't look yet.
Wow. It's dark over there. Looking bad. Looking windy. I think Cedar Key has a... Sometimes they have a live stream out there. Federal Key. Got this. Doesn't seem to be anything happening. Live cameras. Seems to be fully a rotation. Look at the wind. It's insane. This guy's saying he survived. It hasn't even hit yet. Yep, I know I have a class. Okay. What the Sigma? Look at those waves in the marina there. All the mass moving around. Okay. Again, wind gusts 112 up here. Not good when you see yellow. Radar plus. You can see the size of the thing. Ooh. Yikes. Back over here. Wind. Actually, we want this one. Check that out. That is almost statewide. Tornadoes. Lots of that going on. Peak surge is the thing you want to really talk about, though. Jenna. I knew a girl named Jenna once. What else about you? This is an important one. This whole corridor. Flash flooding. Gotta watch for that. Solar power map. Nothing around the hurricane, that's for sure. Oh, well, it's also nighttime, so. That's not what I need. It's so big. Let's check out Tropical Tidbits, wherever that went. Wow, darkness. Tropical Tidbits. Actually, Mike's weather page would be better for the satellite. What are we looking for? We're looking for this view. Check that thing out. It's bigger than the state. Could fit in Texas. Man, that is something to look at. I have a class in like 20 minutes, so I'm probably gonna miss Landfall. Look at that eye. That's insane. This is the main area. It was actually going towards Tampa earlier today. That was scary. But it missed it. Not that that's making any difference for power outages, but you know. That's a lot of power outages. $191 now. Yeesh. Still some blue counties. Pretty good wherever this is. Georgia. Well, of course, there's not going to be anything going on in Georgia. Not yet. Hmm. Where's Sarasota at? It's kind of around here, right? Oh, there we are. They're past most of it. Still a lot of wind in Sarasota. Check that out. 43, 45. That's nothing to mess with. Oh, the airport. Ooh, something. Clear water. That's what we were just looking at. Look how shaky the camera is. Oh man, power must be out. Nepal. Crystal River. Flashy lights. Probably just cops though. Whoa, look at the storm surge, guys. That whole place is underwater. Hmm. That's broken. I think it's past the current, more or less. But it's still picking up that hot water. I'm just not getting fed it anymore. Doesn't mean it's not dangerous. Wow. What a monster. Biggest I've tracked so far. These numbers are rising, looks like. That will keep happening as storm gets closer. Oh man, this keeps going up too. Mexico Beach. Right over here. Mexico Beach is going to be one of the places with a lot of storm surge. Looks like it's frozen. And also someone's sprinklers are going off. That's funny. Santa Rosa Beach. Also frozen. That's also frozen. This one might be broken. Oh, this is interesting.
Hour. I'm in Newport Richey, right by the river, and Newport Richey has two things working against it. Like I said, it's very close to the Gulf, but it actually is also surrounded by a river, so they deal with a lot of bad flooding here. At Dahlia last year, homes were flooded, but we're right by the river, and as you can see, already, just in the last hour, it has
Storm
breached
surge.
that wall. There's about a foot of water here at the worst parts. There's also a lot of bad debris. Scott, my photographer, is going to show you a tree came down just next to us, so it is getting a little dangerous. Bad winds, high tides coming over here. Now, we did speak with, obviously, residents, a lot who had evacuated earlier, and they were telling us that they have dealt with this before. They were praying for the best. Some people looking to ride out the storm, hoping to keep water from getting into their homes. Of course, deputies and city officials were urging people to get out if you knew your home was going to flood. We also spoke with a business owner today. He was very concerned. He said that he had just bought his store last year, and he was really hoping to keep the water out, spending the evening inside his store. We heard from him. Here's that sound.
Everybody down here, there's two different levels. There's the rain problem, and then there's the flooding. So I'm worried about the rain here. I don't flood here, but the rain was impacting me really bad in the tropical storm. My friend's down the road here, she was in her house 4 days, and last year for the storm last year, and she woke up to being flooded out, and she's just getting her house in shape now, and the storm's supposed to flood her out worse. So we were making sandbags yesterday for her, and
Yeah.
just trying to prepare.
Florida is a little messed up. Hasn't even hit yet.
We're losing you guys a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me. But the Pasco County Sheriff's Office said earlier this afternoon that they were trying to prep for this exact thing. As the storm kind of shifted a little later, they were very concerned about nighttime rescues. This makes it a lot more dangerous, not just for the people inside, but of course for first responders. They're trying to find the roads
telling
at night.
everything
They're
it's
trying
fake.
to light the roads properly. And of course, now we're already dealing with flooding that's expected to get worse. High tide, I believe, is in a few hours. So we could see a few feet more going into downtown, going into these homes. So they're really hoping that people heeded their warnings to evacuate, leave the home. Another thing they're concerned about is power outages. There's already thousands of power outages across Pasco County, thousands more expected overnight.
Lots
so
of
they're
power
hoping that
outages.
if you do have a generator, you're using it safely, not inside your home, not in the garage, outside, keeping it dry, or that you're just completely out of these areas that are very close to the Gulf and very close to this river. Now, as you heard, this is a Category 4 storm. The worst of this storm surge is going to be coming in the next couple of hours, so we're going to continue to see this water rise. Of course, we're right by the river, but it's going to rise into downtown, hopefully staying out of these homes and businesses. That's what they're praying for out here. Haley.
Yeah, they still unfortunately have a long night ahead, and in the dark, it's that much harder to be able to see what's going on around you. So we will certainly do our best we can to keep them updated on the conditions. Evan Moon reporting tonight in Pasco County. Evan, thank you.
47.
All right, that was some of our coverage there from Fox 13 in Tampa, giving us the very latest on the ground in that area, talking about the impacts of Hurricane Helene as that storm is rapidly approaching, making landfall.
Hey, Cal.
We are now going to step away for a 2-minute break, but on the other side, we're going to be talking with the
Check out
mayor
these
of Fort
flags.
Myers.
Look how
He's going to
fast
have
they
the
are.
latest on
113.
that storm
I see
impact
some
as it is
up
now
to like
past
137.
most of their area, but still stay
You
with
live in
us here
Georgia?
on Live Now from Fox.
Let's check on Georgia. It is going to come up this way. I think it'll be like a Category 1 once it hits Georgia. So that's kind of like the middle of Georgia. Douglas, Macon, Athens, and then it kind of comes out this way. Maybe, what's that? Delonia? Then it'll come this way. Yeah, this storm is strong. It's definitely gonna affect Georgia. One thing to know in Georgia, it's very important. No storm surge, but flash flooding. There's gonna be a lot of flash flooding in Georgia. So if you're in this corridor, watch out. What else? Rainfall. There's a red spot up here. That's not in Georgia though, that's in Carolinas. Rain is an issue. Wind is gonna be an issue for you. Georgia, like 100% chance of tropical storm force winds. Cooler? Well, if you're in this area, it's gonna be windy. Cooler, Georgia. Chill out. Right here.
Welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox.
So that's like
I'm your
over
host,
here.
Christina Evans. As we
You
are
are gonna get the
continuing our
winds.
coverage right here on Live Now of Hurricane Helene, of course, we're hoping that
I
people
don't
are
know if there's
staying
tornadoes
safe
where
at
you are.
home. If you're in the impact areas, or if you have any family or friends that are in the Florida area, particularly in that northern area near Big Bend, where the storm is expected to make landfall. Taking a look here
Let's
at
go
our
to
radar,
Pula.
you can see that the eye of the storm is rapidly
Kind of
approaching
this
the coast
area.
there, and cities like
There is a
Tallahassee
tornado
are
watch.
in
Look
the
at
major
that.
impact of that storm. But I also want to show you
That's
another
like the
area
entire
of
state.
Florida that is experiencing
Interesting.
rain due to this storm, but it was mostly out of the way from the major impact of the storm. As we zoom in
Tornado
closer
warning
here on
even.
southwest Florida, this is the Cape
Then
Coral, Fort
tropical storm
Myers
watch.
area that is still seeing rain and wind from the fallout of Hurricane Helene. So we now want to bring in to talk a little bit more about the local
Where's
impact
YouTube?
of the storm in Southwest Florida. Mayor Kevin Anderson of Fort Myers. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now. We want to again talk about the impact of the storm. Southwest Florida is not unaccustomed to hurricanes impacting their shores. But can you just speak a little bit about the preparations that you all took earlier today and what things are now looking like in the city?
Let's see what we got here.
Let me just start off by saying we were just 2 days
Category 4
shy
still.
of 2 years since Hurricane Ian devastated this area. And
Then
what
it'll
we're
come up
seeing
through
is
Georgia here.
not so much the storm surge that we
Not really
experienced
going to go
during
this way
Ian,
though.
but we are seeing the rise in water. And right here in our downtown, the streets are starting to fill up. We've got about 3 hours to go before that the water should peak. So right now it's just holding our breath that it's not going to get much higher.
So you won't be affected directly by the
We know
hurricane.
that, of course, with Fort Myers being right there so close to the coast, it's not
Let's
the
check
same
out
as Fort
Zoomed Out
Myers
Earth.
Beach, which is directly on the coast. But flooding is still going to impact the city with the major river that flows through the town, again, with those rain surges, as well as the storm is continuing to drop rain in that area. What can you say to those residents who are there right now? What's the prognosis as you all are going to continue through these next few hours?
Category 2 in Georgia. That's a lot for so far inland.
Unfortunately, probably that we're going to see more water. The river has already breached the seawall. Most of the streets along the river are flooded. We're starting to get word of water intrusion into some homes. And if it continues,
you're definitely going to get wet in
we're
Georgia.
going to see more of that occur.
And here I want to show you now on
Look at
your
that storm
screen.
surge.
This is a tweet from Sheriff Carmine Marcino. He's a sheriff there in Lee County.
Flooding.
He's in another part of the county, though, showing how high some of that water is going to be impacting residents
It's
in
going to be
the
way
area
higher than
along
that.
Fort Myers Beach.
Once again,
not directly near Fort Myers,
peak
the city, but
surge.
not too far away as well. And again, with the mayor
Oh, Georgia
here
does have
about
storm
the
surge
risk
issues.
of
1 to 3
flooding.
feet.
You see those images and you see how high the water has gotten right there on the coast.
But still, it
How
won't
should
directly
people now
impact
in that
your
area
area.
be
But the
preparing
storm
throughout
surge
the next
will.
few days? And what emergency response is now prepared in the days going forward to help recover from the storm?
If you
what we
are
do
you
as a
live like
city,
on the
obviously,
coast?
is
Or?
we prepare leading up to the storm. We make sure we do everything we can to minimize the impact.
Where's the
Obviously, we
city
can't stop
here?
the river from rising. And then once it's safe, once the storm has passed,
You might
we
have some issues
response
with
teams that
storm
will get
surge
out
if
in
you're
the
kind of in
neighborhood,
this area.
especially the ones most affected, and they'll start the recovery.
Wilmington Island,
starting to help
Savannah.
people get out of their homes and into safer areas.
Just 1 to 3
And
feet
Mayor,
though.
you also just mentioned how this is the anniversary of Hurricane Ian not too long ago
15 to
that
20
struck
over
there.
here.
Can you sort of walk us through what the damage looked like back then when that storm struck and how the city is still recovering and whatever efforts are needed at this point to become whole again?
It's not as good,
We're
but it
almost
could be
100%
worse.
recovered. So this is going to be a step backwards, obviously. I could tell you, I live in the heart of downtown. I'm in the second floor condo, and I watch the river come into downtown. I've got about 22 inches in the lobby of the building I live in. Luckily, we're not seeing that extent. However, the water is, I'm watching the water come up the street. And
Basically,
hopefully it just won't get much higher.
You're not on the
Hopefully it
coast?
will not
Okay.
get much higher, and hopefully the residents there
You
in
should
Fort
be
Myers
okay.
are staying safe. Mayor, we wish you the best of luck as you continue
You
on throughout
think?
the next few days in the recovery. He said it's going to be a step backwards, but again, we're wishing you the best and hoping everyone down
Just
in
stay away
Southwest
from like
Florida is staying safe
rivers.
from the storm.
Let's check flooding
Thank you.
first.
Southwest Floridians, you never get used to it, but we're resilient and we always bounce back.
Certainly are resilient. Again, Mayor Kevin Anderson, the
little bit of
mayor of Fort
something.
Myers, Florida, giving us an update
Only
there
like a
on
15%
Hurricane
chance, but
Helene. Of course, they were not in the
stay
major
dry.
path of the storm as far as the direct eye hit, but they were swarmed with winds and rain as well. So I want to bring up our XRAD once again, just so you can see exactly
Oh
there
shoot,
in
I
that
gotta go.
Southwest Florida area. If you're familiar with Southwest Florida, many of these cities will strike a chord for you. So we've got Cape Coral
I
here on
will
your
be
map, as
back.
well as Sanibel
I'm just gonna
Island,
pause the
which was
stream for an
completely
hour,
destroyed.
but I'll
Nearly
be
the
back.
causeway was destroyed by Hurricane Ian when it came through a few years ago. And along the southwest coast, major
See you
cities
guys.
like Naples are also being impacted by the